and I'm so excited. As Ty told you, we're 4 weeks in, and you know what's so cool is anytime you launch a company, you know, there's choppy waters, right? It's a launch. When you launch, things happen, and it's so exciting to see how things are going smoothly. We've got some user interface stuff we're making even nicer and neater, so you'll see about that here in a very short amount of time. But I'm excited. We're rocking and rolling. I think we enrolled more customers today than we have in any day in our company's history, other than the launch day. And it's going crazy, going absolutely insane. So I'll go into more detail about that. But for all of you that are guests, and you're here for the very first time, you're probably going, what are you even talking about, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what we have our hands on. I think at the end of this presentation, you'll know if this is something you want to do. Equally as important, I think you'll know if it's not something you want to do, and that's great too, but we do appreciate you being here. I think the most important thing for me that I want to get across to all of us is we get one body. Right? You get one body. And typically, we don't really concern ourselves with our body, typically, until something goes wrong. And the price you pay to get back in good health is far more expensive than just staying in good health. And, you know, the timing, as you see on the slide, the last deal says timing is perfect. Yes, you're in at the very beginning of this company, which is a huge strategic advantage, right? When you get at the very beginning, front end, that's huge. But I think what's even bigger than that is the timing of where we are. You know, the reason that I sort of retired for 11 months before starting this company is the previous industry I was in, timing was perfect. I capitalized on an industry that was hockey stick growth, and it leveled out. Company's doing fine, everything's fine, whatever, but I knew it was time to move on to something else. And what I'm here to tell you is the next huge wave, financial wave for people, that people are going to capitalize on, where just normal folks are going to be able to get involved in an opportunity to make life-changing income, is not only the health and wellness space, but the personalized health and wellness space. In fact, a friend of mine was on a television show yesterday. I think somebody posted the video on Team Full Throttle Facebook page. His name's Mark Cuban, may know Mark. And Mark was on the Piers Morgan show being interviewed. And he was talking about personalized medicine, right? And again, I've told you some of our investors, or some of which I'm not allowed to tell you who they are, but we figured that one out. So anyway, the point is, the point is I'm telling you, the wave of the future is customized supplementation. In fact, I was out in the hallway while Ty was speaking, and there was a gentleman walking out in the hallway. He may be in here right now, and you're staying at the hotel. And he goes, what's going on in there? And I said, well, we're basically showing people about a revolutionary health and wellness idea called customized supplementation. I'm like, customized supplementation? I've never heard of that. What do you mean? I go, well, you're unique. Nobody should have the same exact supplements you have. And prior to now, you didn't have a choice, right? You walk into a store, you buy vitamins or supplements. You didn't know if you needed it, didn't need it, how it interacts with your stuff. He goes, so that's what we're meeting about. You're welcome to come in. We have a couple hundred people in the room. It's free. Just come on and listen. He goes, that's amazing. I'm telling you, the wave of the future for the 2015 to 2020, 2025 time frame, that hockey stick growth that's going to take place, is the customized supplementation, customized health and wellness space. I'm telling you. There's never been a bigger advertising campaign, if you will, than getting in shape, staying healthy. You know, I was reading a book on the plane on the way here, and Dr. Kenneth Cooper from the Cooper Institute wrote the foreword on it. And the whole book, the premise behind the book is about stress and stress management. And it talks about that over 75% of every illness in the world can be prevented if you can control your stress better, which is pretty phenomenal. You know, they think a heart attack is because of this. They don't realize the cause of whatever that middle thing was is because of stress. And if you can manage stress, it keeps your blood pressure down. If you can manage stress, it keeps your diabetes down. And if you can manage stress, it keeps your cortisol levels so you don't get obese. And it goes into all these issues. You know what stress spelled backwards is? Dessert. Pretty interesting, huh? And it talks about one of the number one causes of stress is the things that we eat, right, or the things that we don't eat, basically malnourishment, right? And what that creates on the body's physiological level, psychological level, etc., because of the different things that it just sends through the body. They're creating us to be in emotional states, us to not be logical about things, be reactionary versus respondent, etc. I'm not going to go into detail. The point is this. I'm telling you right now, in the next decade, next 10 years, people will look back and go, man, I wish I'd gotten the front end of that. And I was looking for something to invest in the health and wellness space that embodied the organic, all natural, no GMOs, casein-free, gluten-free, because I know this is the future. I know our country's finally starting to realize the importance of watching what we're putting in our bodies. Not just in our bodies, but on our bodies. I mean, it's extremely important that you understand the majority of the things that we can go buy today on the shelves in our supermarkets is banned in other countries. Do you realize that? It's banned. Right? In the United States of America, the prescription medication thing is rampant. Anytime there's an issue, people just go, I'll go get a pill for that. And you get your little slip from the doctor, you run to the pharmacy, and you pop the pill, and that's it. In the UK, before they'll give you a pill for certain things, they make you go through a certain period of time of certain exercise and certain foods to see if you even need the prescription pill. I mean, our country is so focused on making money, because, let's face it, we got a little bit of debt, right? And they're so focused on making money and stuff that we're not doing things logically. We're doing things based out of greed and based out of making money. One of the biggest areas, this isn't a political statement, so don't take it that way, okay? It's just a fact. And so one of the biggest issues in areas is health and wellness. And that's where people they're making tons of money in health and wellness. Well, fast forward to today. We, the American consumers, are starting to realize, okay, enough is enough, right? You've got high blood pressure through the roof, diabetes through the roof, infertility through the roof, cancer through the roof. You've got all these issues, stress levels through the roof, depression through the roof. You have all these things through the roof, and something has to change. It's that simple, right? And so now, people are starting to realize, I need proper nutrition. I joke about this, but it's true. When Cheetos' 2014 marketing campaign is they're moving to a non-GMO Cheetos. What else do I need to tell you, right? I never thought I'd see a day where Cheetos' marketing campaign was built around a healthy initiative. It's crazy. And so what I'm trying to tell you is this. You're at the right place at the right time as it pertains to this company, no question. But even more importantly, you're at the right place at the right time in regards to what I believe to be the largest movement in the history of our country as it pertains to one way of thinking to another way of thinking. I truly believe that. And for me personally, you get to a certain point in your life where you got all the money you need. You know what I mean? You don't need more money. So there has to be a higher calling for whatever it is you're wanting to do. And that's where my wife and I were blessed to be in that situation. So for us, it was like, okay, what can we do to add value to the world to make an impact? And so it's interesting. I was being interviewed, what radio station is that today? Anyway, they said, well, tell us about your company. And the big thing I wanted to tell them was, look, we're not a company, we're a movement. We're a movement. That's what we are. We're literally changing the way people perceive themselves, perceive others, and we offer a solution to help people. Because let me tell you something. If you ask a human being, how would you like to look and feel better? They're not going to go, nah, I'm good. I don't want to look and feel better. They don't want to. Everybody wants to, but it's such a confusing marketplace. It is such a confusing marketplace. And for me, when I invest in things, a lot of y'all know my book and all that stuff, and the Shark Tank and all that type of stuff from the show. When I invest in things, one of the main things I look for is, are we offering a solution to a problem? Or are we clarifying a confusing space? Are we bringing logic and simplicity to a confusing market space? Those are things I look at when I invest in something. Well, when I was introduced to what I'm about to show you by a group of guys, I was minding my own business. They came up to me. They said, are you Logan Stout? I said, I am. They said, man, we love your opinion. We have this platform, this product line, but we're trying to figure out the best way to take it to market. It'd mean the world to us if you could just give us your opinions. And so I said, well, who are you? Do I know you? Fast forward, we had some mutual connections with Joel Osteen, a pastor out of Houston, and Zig Ziglar, who recently passed away. So we had some mutual friendships there. And so I texted, I said, yeah, they're legit. So I met with them. They showed me this. That was in March of last year. Had my legal team do due diligence from March of last year. We finally papered the deal in October. That's how much due diligence we did, right? So March to October, papered the deal, launched and enrolled our first customer January 18th of this year. Okay, so to give you an idea of how in the beginning you are, right? January 18th of this year, and we're off to the races. I had Stuart Johnson, the owner, founder of Success Magazine, was actually at our meeting in Plano. And he told me that we had probably the most successful launch in history. So to give you an idea of what we're doing, we're changing lives. I love seeing all your testimonies all over the internet of people losing weight. Heck, my wife just bought me this suit like 3 weeks ago, and the stupid thing doesn't fit. I'm serious. Look at this. You know what's depressing about that? I didn't think I needed to lose weight. I was like, Lord, man, what are you telling me? I'm under 190 pounds for the first time since 1998. oh, that stinks, because I thought I was great. I didn't know. I was like, honey, why didn't you tell me I was fat? She goes, you're not fat. I go, apparently I was. You know? So I guess the point is this. It's a simple solution. Here it is. If you want to know what do we do, here's what we do. We get the right nutrients into the body based upon the way it needs to go to the body at the right time it needs to go to the body, and it gives your body the optimal results. Your body looks better, it feels better, therefore your life just works better. That's what we do. So many folks go, what is a supplement? Why do I need a supplement? You realize a supplement is nothing more than nutrients in a different vehicle, right? So you have nutrients in food, or you have nutrients in a supplement via a capsule, a tablet, a pill, a strip, right? That's what a supplement is. People think supplements are for workout junkies. No. Every human being on this planet needs supplements. It's just nutrients, because it's a fact. We can't get the nutrients in our foods today like we used to. We just can't. That's not my opinion. You know, Troy Aikman. Y'all may love Troy, you may hate Troy. I don't know. I don't care, but the bottom line is he's in better shape than the Dallas Cowboys quarterback right now. I'll just leave it at that. And it is what it is. And so Troy's 47 years old. He and I were having lunch on Friday, last Friday. And because he was one of these guys. Well, I don't need supplements. I get it in my food. I said, Troy, that's impossible. That's impossible. And you can picture he and I going at it, right? So we're going at it, and it's hilarious. All these people are bothering us. Can I have an autograph and all this junk? And I'm like, I'm busy in an argument right now. So we're going after it. And I said, just take the free assessment real quick, and then you tell me what you think. So he takes the assessment, which I'm about to show you. It pops up, he needs vitamin C. He goes, well, why do I need vitamin C? Amongst other things. Why do I need vitamin C? I go, click on the Y button. He goes, what do you mean? The Y button tells you, based on third-party clinical research, has nothing to do with our company, why it's saying you need more vitamin C. So he clicks on it. And the answer was because he likes to have a couple drinks a day. Yeah. Right? Alcohol dehydrates the body. Right? And so vitamin C helps offset that. Okay? And so the moral of the story, he goes, that's incredible. He goes, hey, how can I take this assessment at home? Right? So then I call our lab techs, and I said, hey, if you're looking for a Troy Aikman to see if he happens to order, I want to see if he does. 5 minutes after he and I left our meeting, his order went through the system. So I drove over to the corporate office, I grabbed his box, I texted him, I said, hey dude, I have your IU nutrition, want me to bring it by the house? He goes, that'll be fine. So anyway, the moral of the story is this, you need supplementation, all right? Everyone does. And here's a crazy stat. Of the 2.4 million deaths that occur each year, over 75% of them are avoidable with proper nutrition. What do you think about that? Over 75% of them are avoidable with just simply proper nutrition. The body, when it's not getting what it needs, it responds. You know, it's interesting. If you all have had storms here, right? If you go out in your front yard after a big storm, especially a windstorm, what do you typically see laying in the grass? Branches, right? Okay, a lot of people would think that storm caused that branch to fall. No, it was a series of storms over time, and finally the branch got weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker, and finally, snap, and it broke. It had enough. That's how we are as human beings. You see, what you're doing every day, you may not see the negative result of that for 5 years, but it adds up, and it adds up, and it adds up, and it adds up, and it adds up. We need right nutrition. I promise you we need it, and what we have, I didn't invent it, I didn't create it, I just own it, and I'm going to explain it to you. I'm telling you, it's going to literally revolutionize the entire way people take nutritional supplements for forever. The day of you going into a store, a big box retailer, or your friend who's buying some random box of vitamins are over. Are over. Completely obsolete. We're literally making an entire industry obsolete, and we're transforming it. That's what we're doing. So, let me go into the assessment. Let me show you what we do. ID Nutrition. There's our package. You'll get a box that comes in the mail. The red part is you don't have to go order it. You don't have to go to the store and get it. It literally goes straight to your front porch. So it's convenient. It's a fraction of the cost of whatever you'd pay anywhere else. It's the highest quality ingredients in the world. Not all nutrition is the same. What you're hearing is you have basically 12 grades. Grade 12 is pharmaceutical grade nutrition. Made by an FDA-approved, third-party, quality-controlled manufacturing plant. That's ours. Okay? Then you have grade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the rest of them. Anybody can make them in the back of their garage. That's the truth. It's scary. You know what scares me about the fact that supplements are not approved by the FDA? You know what scares me about that? Is I've got 2 kids, and the thought that they could go into a store and buy something and just take it scares the living daylights out of me. You know, in Texas, I don't know about here, but in Texas, every week a kid dies on a football field. Every week. Every week in practice. Because he goes into some GNC vitamin shop or something, takes some deal, gets his heart rate going too fast, he's out there in 100-degree weather, falls over dead. How many of you have kids? Okay, imagine that. Imagine that, right? So one of my big initiatives, and I'm putting my money behind it, is I'm trying to push for our government to start regulating FDA, to regulate nutritional supplementation. I'm doing my best, because here's the deal, almost every company out there will go out of business. That's the truth. Because their stuff's crap. That's the easiest way I can do it. You what? Oh, we won't be. You kidding me? I just told you, we are in an FDA-approved, third-party quality control manufacturing plant. Okay, so we're going to be great. But I want us to understand the importance of supplements as it pertains to the quality. Not all supplements are the same. You all hear me on that? So, because some people go, oh, I already take those. No, you don't. No, you do not. Okay, that's synthetic fillers. It may have absolutely no quality in it whatsoever. Do you understand you can buy a bottle of vitamin C at a store, and it has the same exact quality as vitamin C that's in a sunscreen? And you're eating that. Literally. I can put sweet tarts in a bottle and call it an energy pill, and that's legal. That's true. Okay, so I'm trying to help you all understand the realities. It's scary, but the great thing is you can go to everybody you care about, and here that's never going to be the case. Okay? It'll never be the case. It's the highest quality money can possibly buy pharmaceutical grade nutrition. So, how does it work? You do a, oh, I'm glad we got the new assessment. Fly all the way in. I can fly on a plane from Denver and get here, but we can't get the new assessment up on the screen. No, I'm just kidding. The good thing is you can actually read this one. So the point is this. This is our old assessment. The new one looks better, nicer. It's a HIPAA compliant, which means your privacy is protected. Nobody can see it unless it's a HIPAA certified specialist. I can't even see what you put in your stuff because I'm not HIPAA certified. Okay, so just give you an idea of the privacy there. I say that because don't lie when you do your deal. Okay, don't lie. It gets to the part about how many alcoholic beverages you drink per day. And every time I see husband and wife next to each other go like this. So husband and wife get to fight in the middle of a meeting over this. So I'm going to go through this. I'm going to read it out loud because it's going to be hard for you to see it. Okay? So it's very quick. It takes less than 5 minutes. So let's roll. Check any allergies that apply. Have any of your biological relatives or siblings, parents, grandparents been diagnosed with any of the following? So it goes through any of that: Alzheimer's, diabetes, osteoporosis, prostate cancer, etc. What season is it? Freaking winter. What region of the U.S. do you live in? Select one that best describes your daily sun exposure. What are the main reasons you take supplements? Maybe you want better sleep, joint pain, lose weight, whatever it is. Okay, you just click it all in there. Dietary patterns. How many 4-ounce servings of fruits and vegetables do you eat? Do you eat any processed meats on a regular basis? How many times do you consume sugar, other natural sweeteners? How many servings of artificial sweeteners? How about trans fats? What's your intake of cold water fatty fish? What's your daily intake of protein shakes, protein bars? Are you on any kind of diet plan? Right, you go through all that. Now, ladies, yours will be different. Yours will ask, are you pregnant? Are you trying to get pregnant? You'll ask different questions. Oh, 10 years of maybe asking men if you know. All right. Choose the best description of your sleep. Here's how many alcoholic beverages you drink per day. Describe your smoking frequency. Are you exposed to secondhand smoke? That created some fun conversations in Colorado last night. I'm not joking, I was just simply making mistakes. Alright, so you're engaged in heavy endurance exercise. What description below best describes your joint health? How about your bone health? Are you concerned with your level of immune system protection? Do you commonly have any digestion problems? How about your stress levels? What answer below best describes your level of mental energy and concentration? What answer below best describes your level of physical energy? Okay, so it's going through all these things to figure out exactly what you need. Then it asks about your medical conditions. You're going to put those, because based on medical conditions you have, and any prescription medications that you're taking, there could be negative interactions with nutrients, like beta-carotene and smoking have a horrible interaction. Coumadin, St. John's wort has a horrible interaction. So these are just regular nutrients, but they can have bad interaction. Okay? So it goes through all these type things, and then at the end it's going to give you an overall background of what you entered. Okay, so it's going to give you a whole assessment on everything you entered. It's going to give you a recap of everything. And then from there, it's going to give you basically, and this is free, by the way, it's going to give you an assessment of how you pan out. This part's really cool. So if it's red, that means you're lacking. Something needs to get better. Blue means you're doing a great job. Okay? So it goes through all that. This part's free. You realize you have to pay nearly $1,000 to go get this assessment done at a clinician, a nutritionist. It's free here. It's all included, free. Okay? So it goes through all this, and then from there it tells you what you need. Okay? So it'll give you a price and it'll tell you what you need. Now, if you take omega-3s, you know a good quality omega-3 in and of itself is about $60 a month. Okay? All this right here, all of this, okay, is not even a fraction of that price as it pertains to the per ounce. Let me show you this real quick. It's clicking on why do I need that. Remember I told you it has the clinical evidence from the Troy example? It tells you exactly why you need it. You can literally copy and paste that research study into Google and read the 300-page journal article if you're bored. Like if you're that skeptical, you can do that. Okay? So again, this was not built to sell a product line. It was built to tell a human being what they're lacking, what they need. Okay, so if all this is checked, the total cost is $102.23 retail. Now I'm going to show you how you get yours free. That's $102.23 a month. That includes your omega-3s. That includes your antioxidants, your probiotics, vitamin C, anti-inflammatory, stress shield, all those type of products. It's only $100. Do you understand how ridiculously inexpensive that is? I mean, that's amazing. Now, you don't have to buy all of it, right? You can uncheck things. It can be anywhere from, I've seen $28 to I've seen $250. So it's your choice based on your budget, right? But it tells you what all you need and why you need it. So again, to recap, it's a fraction of the cost. You get a customized strip pack. Who has one on it? With your name on it. Perfect, thank you. So it has a customized strip pack with your name on it. So it says Kevin Burke. Okay? It tells him exactly what he needs. Okay? And the best part is it's divided up into AM and PM packs. Now, I used to take all my vitamins in the morning because I wanted to get it over with. I didn't know that it mattered, right? So I'd wake up, I'd take them all, and be done with it. Did you know that the majority, probably the majority of your vitamins are actually ideal? You're supposed to take them in the evening. It's called chronobiology, right? So like you can see, is omega-3. It's in its PM pack because your liver functioning has the highest absorption rates between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. Okay, so it has all these things in here. So it has your antioxidants, spirulina complex. Did you guys see the ID News that came out and talked about the benefits of spirulina complex? It just came out, our big newsletter. I'm glad none of y'all saw that. That's wonderful. Y'all need to read that. No, it's got good information on it. Plus, it's got recognition, all kind of announcements, all kind of stuff. Vitamin D. It has all kind of stuff on here. So it's convenient. Now, think how great this is. When I travel, I used to have a Ziploc bag with my stuff. And then I used to try the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday deals, which are a joke. Right? So I tried all these deals, and then I just got so annoyed with it, I just said, forget it. I just wouldn't do it. So then my whole mindset was, I'll take it when I get home. Well, then, of course, what would happen? I get home, I just wouldn't take them at all. Right? And so I've got the same bottles of vitamins sitting in my deal from years ago. Right? Of course, when we started this, I threw them all out, and here we go. So everything's great. Now it's so simple because I can put it in my pocket as I'm traveling around the country. It's very easy. And as you can see, everybody else is doing it. Look, I want us to understand. It's a fraction of the cost. It's convenient. It's the highest quality. And most important, it's customized to you. Right? It's customized to you. Why is that so important? So you're getting what you need, equally as important, so you're not wasting money and paying for things you don't need, which basically just gives you the most expensive pee in the world. Right? If you're taking stuff you don't need. Right? And so, want your urine brighter? Go get a multivitamin. Right? Okay? So, I mean, I want us all to understand that I hate to put it this way, but it's truthful. You can't afford not to take supplementation in today's world. You know, even Troy Aiken, the guy's got all the free time in the world. You know, when he was doing his assessment, you know, I don't eat a whole lot of seafood. You don't, right? It's hard to eat seafood because it's not like you can go to a fast food seafood joint and get quality seafood. Long John Silver does not count as seafood, right? Okay? So you can't do that. Well, Troy eats like wild-caught fish every day of the week. I'm like, Troy, you're gonna have like mercury poisoning. You know? Guess what it told him he needed, right? I mean, you understand, no matter what you think you're doing, there is such thing as overdoing it. You know, water. You need water to live. You have too much of it, you drown. You know, I mean, it's that simple. So I want us to understand the importance of supplements because anything else I talk about from this point forward is irrelevant if you don't truly understand the need for what we have. Okay? There's a huge need for it. And what baffles me is when people go, yeah, I just don't know if I can afford it. I'm like, uncle, you can't afford not to have it. You know, I mean, this is your body. Easiest example I can give you. I own the largest youth baseball organization in the country. It's called the Dallas Patriots. Okay? We have 120 teams a year, and it's huge. 120 employees. It's a big deal. And so we have these pro shops and facilities all over the state of Texas. And I happened to be in one of the facilities because we were retiring Chris Davis, who plays for the Baltimore Orioles. We were retiring his jersey two Saturdays ago, okay? Because he played for us. And this lady happened to see me. Oh, Coach Stout, it's a pleasure to meet you. Hey, I know that you have batting helmets here, and they're $30, something like $39. But I found one that's $9.99 at the sporting goods store. And I figured I'd just do that one to save money. But I wanted to get your opinion on it. I said, ma'am, do you love your child? She said, well, yeah, why? I go, do you have an extra head for your child? She goes, what do you mean? I go, there's something in life, man, you don't cut corners on. Your kid's batting helmet is not one of those things, right? Get the best one money can buy. It's like a plane. If I'm going to go buy a plane, I don't want the one on sale. I want the best plane. Give me the full retail price. You know what I mean? If it's for sale, I'm going, something's wrong with this stupid thing. And so that's the biggest thing I want us to understand. Nutritional supplements, you need them. This is not a luxury item. I'm going to go back to the statement I made earlier. Over 75% of all the deaths were avoidable just by simply taking the right nutrition. That's insane when you think about that statistic. And that's according to the U.S. Surgeon General. Okay? We need these. Put it in your budget. Just get off Starbucks and get this in your budget. I mean, it's $1, no matter $1 a day. Okay? I mean, so please understand the importance of supplementation. All right, in addition, we have some consumable lines. This stuff is unbelievable, right? I mean, it's amazing. Our meal replacement shake is the best, most affordable meal of the day. Protein. This drives me crazy, too. People don't think they need protein. Do you realize the majority of your body is made up of water and protein? Okay? You need protein. Everybody does. People think protein is just for weightlifters and bodybuilders, people that work out. No, every human being needs protein, right? And so the hard thing is, where do you get protein? It's very expensive because you have to get a fillet or a good piece of grilled chicken or a salmon, right? I mean, it's hard. It's expensive to eat a lot of good protein in regular foods. It's just hard, okay? So we have a meal replacement shake. I have 2 of these a day because they taste incredible. They're like a stinky milkshake. I see all your posts online, how you're so cute, right? I put strawberries. I'm like, I drink some water, I pour it in, I shake it, and I drink it. That's what I do. So I had one on the way here. It's 23 grams of protein. Not all proteins are the same. Okay? All the studies actually prove soy is bad for you. Soy milk. Watch, that'll be obsolete in about 2 years. Okay? I didn't know that. So my wife and I used to love soy milk. We thought it was healthier. Okay? We'd get the silk, the silk, and we used to do it because we thought it was healthier. Well, for 6 years, we couldn't have children. One of the #1 causes of infertility is too much soy. Wow. We got rid of it. We quit having soy. We got pregnant with 2. So, maybe I should have kept a little soy. It's the greatest blessing in the world. Literally. Each other running around, you don't know where they are. Right? So, and then they both take it up at the same time. That's so the point, and then they're sick at the same time. That's it. But the point is this: there are so many things you understand. Not all soy is the same. We use cold filtered, unhydrogenated whey protein. It's the purest protein you can have. Now, here's how you'll know a big difference. Ladies really feel this. Men, we don't really care as much because, well, we're weird in some facets. You'll know what this means. Just follow this thought pattern. Okay? It gets you bloated. It gets you gas. Women, if you've tried meal replacement shakes, you probably have experienced that. Men, we're like, cool, right? Anyway, so, but the point is, that's where you have issues such as acid reflux. That's where you have all kinds of issues. When you have protein that's not digestible, it creates long-term health issues. Okay? So cold-filtered, unhydrogenated whey protein is the purest protein you can get. It's the best. Ours is 23 grams, so that's 7 grams of carbs. All of our stuff has no fake sugars. Nothing fake. It's all organic, all natural, everything we have. No synthetics, gluten-free. It's the best stuff money can buy. And ours comes with micro-milled chia seed in it, which is a superfood. It's what, if you ever take a meal replacement shake, you're still starving about 45 minutes later. Ours, you will be full. And here's the best part, it's 130 calories, which is crazy, right? A typical protein shake, it's like 400 calories. which almost defeated the whole reason of having the protein shake. Right? I had a lady tell me that one time about 4 years ago, because my wife is a nutritionist, and so we work out together. And my wife teaches Zumba classes and all these, turbo kickboxing. My wife loves that stuff, and I think they're funny when they're doing that stuff. Anyway, so this lady comes up to me while my wife's teaching the class, and she goes, hey, I'm trying to lose weight. And I go to the store and I buy these protein shakes. They say protein is what feeds the muscle is what eats fat. But I'm gaining weight. And I said, how many calories are in your protein shake? Well, I didn't look. Next day she's in the gym. She goes, it's about 500 calories. And I said, ma'am, it's a very simple combination. If you want to lose weight, burn more calories than you're consuming. It's that easy. If you want to gain weight, consume more calories than you're burning. It's that easy. Now, obviously, we know muscle weighs 3 times that of fat. Muscle does not weigh more than fat. I hear people say that. Okay, it's like, what weighs more, a pound of bricks or a pound of feathers? They're both a pound. Okay, right? It's just they're more condensed by 3 times. You follow me on that? So a smaller piece of muscle weighs 3 times that and that same amount of fat. Does that make sense? I see people saying it incorrectly, and I think it's important we don't say incorrect things to people. You know what I mean? All right. Meal replacement shakes, appetite control chews. We need to change the name of those, and I'll tell you why. Yes, they curb your appetite, but they do so much more than that. So much more. I take 60 of these a day. 2 in the morning, 2 is my dessert right after lunch, 2 about 3:30 in the afternoon. Here's why. Avandra Z is the only patented product proven to increase lean muscle mass, okay? Increase your thermogenesis, increase your metabolism, right? Increase your mental focus, and curb your appetite. The easiest description I could give you of what this product does is it's like your gut be gone, butt be gone product. That's basically what it does. I mean, if I were to put it in layman's terms, that's what that thing does, right? And so I can't sit here and tell you it's a fat burner, right? But, I mean, it gives you better definition. That's what it does. And so I highly encourage it. It tastes incredible. I mean, unbelievable. I love the taste. Our sleep product, in this book I'm reading on stress, it talks about the importance of sleep. And it says lack of sleep is the #1 cause of obesity. Do you hear me on that? Because when you don't get enough sleep, your appetite is increased by 22%. Think about that, right? So, sleep is a huge issue. Huge issue in our country. I mean, people struggle sleeping. And why do they struggle sleeping? Stress, right? Stress. So here's the deal. We wanted a sleep product because we believe it's critical to the ID life, the individually designed life, living the life that you were meant to live. Ours uses a triphasic approach, helps you go to sleep, helps you stay asleep, and helps put you in that deep sleep. If you're taking just melatonin, folks, here's the deal. Yeah, you'll go to sleep, you'll wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning. You're going to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay? And too much melatonin, or straight melatonin, actually isn't good for you. Okay, so I want us to understand, our use is a triphasic approach. I highly encourage you to use that in your blood. Our energy chews, energy drink, energy chews, to be very transparent with you, I like the taste. Some people don't love the taste. It's bearable. But remember, it's the purpose you're after there, right? The purpose, okay? It's not a dessert, okay? It's you're trying to get energy, right? And if you've done any report or read any report on the harmful effects of Red Bull or Monster or too much coffee or any of these things, I mean, we know those things kill us, and yet we take them anyway, right? These work just as good, but they don't give you the jitters, and they're good for you. It's good quality nutrients. Yes, I make sure you heard me right. These are actually good for you. Okay, so I want you to understand the difference. Not only are they not bad for you, they're good for you. Okay, there's our product line. I'm not going to belabor the point. I'm excited about it. Obviously, we'll have more products coming down the pipeline. ID Nutrition encompasses 1.3 million algorithms. So that has ID Nutrition, one of the greatest products in ID Nutrition, y'all may not even know this, is called Stress Shield. And if that's in your ID Nutrition, if you click stress, and you know what's interesting? Most people don't even know they have stress. You have acute stress, which is the stress that you just get instantly. Something, it's like an adrenaline rush, right? Like if a bear came in here right now, right? It's like instant stress. It's short-term stress. Chronic stress is the stuff that causes cancer, the stuff that causes diabetes, because they cause all kind of problems. Almost every one of us in this room deal with chronic stress, and we don't even realize it yet. At ID Revolution, I'm bringing the stress expert in to speak at ID Revolution on how to cope with stress. He's got 10 tools for managing stress, and when I read the book, I was blown away. I mean, I find myself going through this right now. Because look, prior to launching this company, I had no stress. Are you kidding me? I mean, right? But when you launch a company, it's stressful because I'm a perfectionist.